Hello everybody, this is Dr. Kevin Connors. It is October 3rd, 2023, and this video is to discuss the TrueRife software updates. So the TrueRife software has been updated to 6.4. Most of our members / patients are running 6.0. Some of those that have come on just lately are 6.2. Some that started this week are 6.4. So most of our patient members are not running 6.4. So this is a problem. Can be a problem. We'll discuss that. So let's walk through this. TrueRife has sent out an email wanting everybody to upgrade to 6.4, and eventually you're going to want to do this upgrade. Now, you don't need to do it right away, but eventually you do want to do the upgrade. So let's talk about this. So first of all, if you have an F117, not an F122, consider updating to an F122. Now, those who have started with us in the last few years may be going, what in the world is an F117? Well, if you look at the front of your TrueRife machine, the machine itself, not the computer, the machine, it will say F122 or F117. F117 is obviously an older model. I think in 2020 they came out with the F122. I can't remember the date that they came out with it, and we upgraded immediately. We were the first people to receive an F122. And all of our patients have used the F122 since then, but the F117 still works just fine. And we have people that are running their programs on the F117 right now. The problem is TrueRife has been purchased. The company has been purchased, has been bought out, and the new company is making some really fantastic upgrades to everything on that the company is doing. Well, one of the things they're doing, they're updating the software, and it does work better. It is more versatile, and they're going to be able to add more things to the software in the future. The problem is that they don't want to support even repairs on the F117 anymore. So they're asking everyone, they're giving everyone a trade-in offer. So if you send your F117 machine to TrueRife with a little note saying I want to upgrade to an F122 with your address on it, they'll send you an F122 for $1,500. Now, please look at their website, TrueRife.com, to find details on that, because that's not done through us. That's done through the company TrueRife. And that offer expires, in the next month here. So you only have 4 weeks to decide to update your F117 to F122 for $1,500. After that, it's going to be the full price for the machine. So I highly recommend that you do that. Then after that, we'll need to upgrade your computer, the software on your computer. So we'll need to upgrade your computer to the new software, to currently it's version 6.4, and we'll talk about the next steps of doing that. So if you already have an F122, you ignore that last slide. If you already have an F122, make sure you find out what program you're running. There's actually some people that have an F122 that are still running version 5.0. Now, we asked everybody, we sent out multiple emails several years ago when TrueRife upgraded to version 6.0 to upgrade your program. The program is different. The programming is different from version 5.0 to 6.0. And we sent out flash drives with the 6.0 software. Well, if you weren't in contact with the clinic for whatever reason, you were doing well or whatever, you didn't use your Rife, whatever it was, and you never upgraded to 6.0, then we need to upgrade your programs. There's just no way you can operate on version 5.0 anymore with the F122. So how do I know what version I'm on? Well, go to the TrueRife program and click the Help tab on the top of the row of tabs there. From the drop-down menu, click the About tab, the drop-down from Help, and this will show you what version software you're currently running, either version 5.0, which is old, you really need to upgrade for sure, version 6.0, which was going on for multiple years, 6.1, which they just updated in March of this year, 6.2 they updated in July of this year, and 6.4 they just updated this week. Maybe it was last week. So if you notice you're running 6.4, do nothing. Turn off this video. You don't need to listen anymore. So just skip everything else from this video. But if you notice you're running 6.2, 6.1, 6.0, or 5.0, then you need to at least consider following these next steps. So if you're running anything other than 6.4, you may want to upgrade your computer to the new software. You don't have to do anything to the F122 generator. You have to update the computer to the new software. Currently it's 6.4 by following these steps. Now, if you don't need to update the software. If you're running 6.0 and you're having no problems and you're running your programs on a daily basis and you don't really run any of the other TrueRife programs, you can just keep doing what you're doing. You really don't need to do that. But sometime in the future, if you have issues, we may need to upgrade you to version 6.4. Now, some people might think, wait, I'm not having any issues right now. Why do I want to upgrade to the version 6.4? Who knows? They might come out with 6.5 and 6.6 by the time I really need to update. And there's a lot of truth to that. So the vast majority of our members really don't need to do anything. But if you're like, hey, I want the latest software, I want the latest program, I want the latest version, I run a lot of other programs and I don't want them to not work correctly, then you need to follow the next step. Or you're just like, well, I'd like to stay updated and I don't want it to, have problems. Well, then you need to follow the next step. So what are the next steps? The next step is upgrade your software to version 6.4. How do we do that? Well, you have two choices. You could just upgrade from TrueRife's website because they're offering a free upgrade to 6.4 until October 31st. But the problem is, if you do that, you're going to lose all your personal programs that we created for you. If you created your own programs, they're going to be gone too. Anything that's not from TrueRife's website is going to be gone. So then you'd have to ship the computer back to us for us to replace your personal programs. So we don't recommend you do that. But number two, you still have to ship the computer back to us so that we'll do the upgrade for you and we'll put the latest software on and we'll place all your programs back on your computer. So really do number two. So if you're going to do the upgrade, do number two. Send us your computer back and let us do the upgrade. I'll do the 6.4 upgrade on your computer. I'll put your programs back on your computer and everything. So, because regardless, you still need to ship us the computer back whether you do the upgrade from TrueRife or not. So, unfortunately, we can't do this for free. It takes time, my time. I'm the one who has to do this. And but our normal fee for TrueRife upgrade is $225, but we're doing it for just $85 till December 1st. So I'll show you how to get to the link on our store to pay for that. We'll have it on the members site and the TrueRife site too, that you can jump to that thing and pay for that. But you'll have to pay for the shipping of the computer back to us. I don't need your anything but the computer and the charging cord would be helpful, because depending on what type of computer you have. But that's all I need. I don't need the machine. I don't need the bulb. I don't need anything else. I just need your computer. So just you have to ship that back to us. Possible complications. So here's some possible complications. If you see that you're running version 5.0 when you do that, checking the version that you're running, you're really not eligible for the discounted fee, since I need to upgrade your personal program to the 6.4 software as well. I have to redo your whole program. All the duty cycles are wrong for anything version 6 or higher. So the $225 fee would apply if you're running version 5.0. If your computer is older or not allowing the 6.4 upgrade, you may need to just go ahead and purchase a new computer from us. So if you're like, my computer's kind of old, I've been using it a long time, maybe I should just upgrade my computer. Well, the cost of the new computer is $795. It's a TrueRife computer, so it's 8 gig. All the specs are on the store on the computer, but then you don't have to pay the $85 or the $225. We'll do everything. It's all included. We'll put your program on there, and you'll get a new computer from us. So if you choose not to upgrade to an F122. So if you still have the F117, you choose not to upgrade to an F122. Hey, I don't have the money for that right now. Hey, what I'm running is working. I don't want to upgrade. Remember, none of this applies to you because you cannot upgrade to version 6.4. Version 6.4 does not work on the F117. But remember, just TrueRife is going to no longer support the F117. So if you have problems with your machine, well, they won't fix it anymore. So such is life when the company is bought out. Mike's not there anymore. I wish I could have bought the company. I didn't know it was for sale, and I probably couldn't afford it anyhow. So I think the company is doing a lot of really good things. I really like the doctor who owns it and Jake that works there. They've really been doing nothing but trying to help everybody out. And I do understand that they're trying to streamline things, and they can't keep employees to be able to repair the old units, and maybe they can't get the parts anymore. There's all sorts of issues with it. They're trying to get everybody into the best equipment possible. They're trying to do it at the least expense for them. So I get it. I think they're doing a great job. So I'm happy with what they're doing. So again, a summary: if you have an F117, try to, if you can't afford to upgrade it to an F122, their offer only applies till the end of October of 2023. You have to go to their website. You'll get all the details on how to do that. But it's as simple as just shipping it back to them with a note with your name on it and your address so they know who they got it from, and maybe a phone number so they can call and charge your credit card. And then they will ship it back, ship you a brand new unit. And then you'll have to upgrade to the 6.4 software. So then you'll have to send us your laptop. If you have an F122 and see that you are running anything other than version 6.4 software, you can just keep running things as usual until you have a problem, and then we can update you to 6.4, or maybe it'll be 6.5 or 6.6 by that time. That does make sense. I'm probably not going to upgrade mine right now because they're probably going to have a new one by the time I really need to. So it does make sense. But if you want to get it upgraded to version 6.4 software, ship the computer to us and we'll do everything for you. Here's the link on our store for the upgrade, and I explained it on that link again. Here's our address to send your computer to. I know this is complicated, but understand all things work together for good, right? Even silly little things like computer updates. We just have to trust God in this. Who would recommend should really send in their computer? Hey, if you're doing really well with your cancer treatment and you feel like you're in pretty stable, well then do the upgrade so you can be without the Rife for a week by the time it ships to us and we ship it back. I'll try to flip it the same day. I'll do my best. Depends on how many we get of these, but I'm going to try to get these back. So as soon as we get them in, unless it's a Friday afternoon or something, it'll go out that same day. That's my goal. I can't promise you anything. But if you're doing really well and you could do without your Rife for a week, then do the update. But if you're like, hey, I just started and I'm not doing so well, or I'm in a critical situation, then just keep running. If your program's running, just keep doing it until you get to that point where you're stable and I could do without my Rife for a few days. Then do the update. That's what I would do, and that's my recommendation. All right, I'll have more details, and we'll talk more about this on the Zoom call for those that are full members. And if there's any other details for just the Rife members, I'll place it on the Frequency Healing course. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.